This is Optimal Relationships Daily, episode 937. Healthy Relationships and Lives Start with Healthy Thoughts by Lisa Merlo-Booth of lisamerlobooth.com. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the show that is all about relationships and how to make the most of them. I am your host and narrator, Greg Audino, and I am here to read all different types of relationship content to you each weekday in about 10 minutes or so, with some of my own thoughts at the end. I'll be doing the same today, this time with a post from Lisa Merlo-Booth, who is going to talk about the thoughts we keep about ourselves and the impact they have on our relationships with ourselves and others alike. Let's not wait any longer. Time to jump into this post and start optimizing your life. Healthy Relationships and Lives Start with Healthy Thoughts by Lisa Merlo-Booth of lisamerlobooth.com. The more I continue to work on myself and witness others doing the same, the more convinced I am that often the biggest obstacle to success in our relationships, work, families, and our lives is ourselves. I realize to many this may not be a huge revelation. In fact, many of us know this, yet we can't seem to get out of our own way. For me, one of the biggest obstacles is fear, and if I'm truly honest, not feeling worthy. When I slow down and pay attention to the negative messages I tell myself, here's what my TNT voice says, like a stick of dynamite that rips us to shreds. I'm lazy, irresponsible, and disorganized. It's much easier to sit back and get by than to step out and risk. Why don't you just be happy with what you have? Your goals are unrealistic and a pipe dream. Just let go and save yourself a lot of heartache. If I clean up my bad habits, then I will be successful, and I'm not worthy of being successful. If I get successful, I will become one-up and entitled just like everyone else. I will lose my humility, my friends, and my loved ones. The list could go on, but hopefully you get the picture. We all have a TNT voice inside us, and whether we know it or not, it can and often does wreak total havoc in our lives. I've noticed it's 10 times easier to tear ourselves down than it is to build ourselves up. I'm also well aware of all the literature that stresses the importance of being kind to ourselves, looking at the positives, and using positive affirmations to counter our TNT voice. The problem is, the teenager in me equates positive affirmations with Stuart Smalley from Saturday Night Live, who would often say, "I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me." For those of you who aren't familiar with Stuart Smalley, you missed out on a very funny character. In essence, I made up that the entire skit was about making fun of positive affirmations. So naturally, it took me a while to get over my pride enough to actually use them without feeling stupid. So where am I going with this? Well, I'm getting clearer about the effectiveness of positive self-talk. More specifically, I'm very clear about the toxicity of negative self-talk, and I know that you cannot remove one thing without replacing it with another. It's the same concept with babies. If you want to take an object away from them, you put another object in front of them so they are distracted from what they are losing and excited about what they are gaining. However, I'm aware that if your teenager, the one inside you, is anything like mine, you won't want to go there quietly. So I'm going to throw a challenge out to anyone who's interested, because I want you to decide for yourself whether or not affirmations are helpful for you. You cannot make that decision, however, unless you actually try them out. I will do the same and report back. First off, I want you to come up with an affirmation around a particular issue you are struggling with. The affirmation needs to be in the present, i.e., I am versus I will. It needs to be positively stated, i.e., what you are doing, not what you are not doing. And it must feel on target to you. Here are some examples of strong affirmations. I am feeling the fear and doing it anyway, because I am absolutely worth it and I rock. I am worthy and lovable just the way I am. I am getting more organized and responsible every day. I am powerful and I love it. When I was born, God danced. Challenge. Choose an affirmation from the list I just provided, or create your own, and for the next 30 days, repeat the affirmation 25 times a day. You can break these 25 up any way you'd like, i.e. 10 in the morning, 10 in the afternoon, and 5 at bedtime, as long as you repeat it 25 times. If you miss a day, then you need to start over at day 1 until you do it 30 consecutive days. At the end of the 30 days and/or during the 30 days, I would love for you to check back into the blog and let me know what you're noticing. I will be doing the same thing and will let you know what I'm noticing. You just listened to the post titled, Healthy Relationships and Lives Start with Healthy Thoughts by Lisa Merlo-Booth of lisamerlobooth.com. Wonderful read today from Lisa. Thanks so much to her, and thanks a lot for bringing back Stuart Smalley, a long-lost SNL character who was very funny and would definitely appreciate this post of hers. Now, while affirmations are certainly a good start to seeing ourselves in different ways, ultimately big changes are going to be the results of actions we take as opposed to just words we speak. And with that being said, I might recommend using the list that Lisa has created to create an affirmation geared towards a specific action reflective of the beliefs you hold about yourself or the type of person you envision yourself becoming. So let's look at the affirmation she listed about being worthy of love. That's a good place to start. So I am worthy and lovable just the way I am. That's a great thing to say, to be kinder to yourself. But it also stands to prevent us from actually doing anything to deserve love as opposed to just waiting around for it to show up. Rather, saying something like, I'm the type of person who tries their best to show love to everyone, even those who have wronged me. Something like that allows for a relaxed approach that holds you accountable, it's tied to your identity, and it lets you focus on generating love one interaction at a time. An approach like this is much more sustainable and based in an action that you can actually accomplish. And again, setting yourself up to take action towards changes is really the goal. So consider how you can alter your affirmations to keep you honest and keep you in the driver's seat, rather than insisting the best for yourself without necessarily putting any work towards earning it. And on that note, we are going to put this episode in the books. Thanks so much as always for supporting the show and being here with me today, everyone. And do be sure to come on back tomorrow as we continue along the path of better relationships and where your optimal life awaits.